Partner, did he flip a coin about who would start at quarterback, or did he really evaluate them in the preseason? But look, that first drive, first career start against a big-time opponent, packed stadium, noise coming from everywhere. How about how he handled this? Took the team right downfield, put 6 on the board, and how about the statement of Tommy Matthews on the sideline? He's telling him, this is my job to lose.
1st and 10, Florida. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Underneath for Jennings. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. Buster Holiday, 58 yards. And the Longhorns add on to that lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Longhorns 14. Gators, nothing.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Ellington, the ball carrier.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 24, White. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle made at the...
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, here's White. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
To Anton Beasley. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now White from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. Florida's punter is out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Walker. A big play there on the catch and run. 88 yards. A nice throw there by the junior quarterback who gets his first start today. And we talked with head coach Red O'Brien earlier. Boy, Charles, he keeps his cards pretty close to the vest.
Well, certainly indicative of a guy who until recently was the defensive coordinator. And you know what it's like for those guys. They want every bit of information in order to prepare their team. But in this case, I think now as a head coach, he gave both of these quarterbacks equal time with the starters during.
He is in. Touchdown, Longhorns. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Longhorns add on to that lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting faster.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
A loss of 11 yards. It's 2nd down.
Nothing our score after one.
Longhorns 21, Gators nothing.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On the ground, Ellington. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
At the
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing on 3rd and long. White. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Florida's punter is out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now it's Martin. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Steps away. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. These college offenses, Charles, so wide open. And there's an example right there that we just saw. And let me ask you, how does a college offense differ from an NFL offense, or does it?
Well, it still does, Brandon, because NFL offenses, while they're continuing to embrace what the colleges are giving them more and more, they're still not playing as fast as a general rule. You know, most college offenses will run about 15 plays per game more than NFL offenses will. They'll take a few more chances in what they're doing, maybe try and isolate their star player a little bit better. Yeah, there's still some differences in what we're seeing, but for me, speed and pace of play for college offenses still ahead of what we see in the NFL.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices when we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. fourth down play. Make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, it's White. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Back to the air on second down. White. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down.
Punt formation for Florida.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Martin, the return. And with that, we reach halftime in Miami in the opener to this college football season.
Gators, nothing.
So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, they run with Ellington. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's Ellington. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
Brings up 3rd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. White. And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. The throw right sideline here is complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Florida going to send on the field goal team here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, but hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Jennings. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion. Florida going to send on the field goal team here.
29-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead. Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better. So following the made field goal by the Gators, their kick team gets ready to send this away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles. And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position. Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence. No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again. 16 yards, a 1st down. I tell you, you look around the college football landscape, and there's some really good running backs this year. The draft projections really littered with that crop of players, and we've got a couple of them in our game here this afternoon.
And I'm glad that you pointed that out, partner, because we always talk about the guys who throw the football and the guys who catch the ball, but the runners are still vital. And that's a pretty good run right there. A good illustration of what he can do. And they're counting on those kind of runs to help them win their conference, because you and I both know that's the best path to the college football playoff. Win your conference first and give yourself that opportunity.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Longhorns add on to that lead. I'll tell you what, a pretty special performance for his first ever start, now with 3 touchdown passes.
Well, that's not a bad number to get things going, is it? Because, let's face it, we had our attention on him coming into this game. He's fully captivated us now. With every score, I think he's making his case to stay as the starting quarterback and not get involved in a rotation system.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something up. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's White to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
To throw is White. Throwing on 4th down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know They go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Out to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete. The incomplete pass there, and you think about the quarterback position in college football. Kind of seems like once you get a guy developed, his 4 years are up just like that. He's off to the NFL. So what we're seeing here, a first ever college start at the quarterback position. How hard is it? There goes Green. And he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. A big play there. 65 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on.
And that's now... His fourth touchdown pass of the ball game, and boy, this has been quite a performance for the junior, as we remind you, getting his first ever college start.
And this has really been an amazing story, because ordinarily, when a junior's making his first start, he's had a few reps along the way prior to, but in this case, the number is 0. So this is almost off the charts. They were watching him make his first start as a junior, and already he's thrown 4 touchdown passes in this game. This is absolutely amazing.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Strip that ball. Mike 5.
Now White. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to have a 3rd down. From the gun, White got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
A gain of only a yard.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. He'll pitch it back, and he is in. Touchdown, Longhorns. A great play. There, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score. Longhorns 42, Gators 3.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off.
pulls it in at the 13. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Gators take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. This is Allington. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Now Allington. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. The Gators now with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes a lot Easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run, as we just said. There.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, White.
open man is Smith. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st and 10, White. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
White now. Going to throw again. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Enough to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football. Now White lost the football, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way.
A fumble on the play, recovered by the Longhorns.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Incomplete from the contact. It's second down and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Today's final score, Longhorns 42, Gators 3.
So things got off to a solid start. But after...
Wake up. What are these dishes doing at my feet? Because it's time for you to start cleaning up your crap. These dishes have been lying in the sink for almost 2 weeks. I mean, look at this place. It's a disaster. You're leaving everything laying around. It's ridiculous. Who crawled up your butt and died? You. Gross. Hey, get up, man. I want to watch some TV. You've been laying out here all morning.
What's got you two all riled up?
Just turn up the volume, would you?
The Heartbreak Kids have gone from sensational dynamic duo to a sudden two-headed monster. And boy, this is an ugly one.
Hey, I thought I played pretty good out there.
This team still has not found its identity, and I know that Coach O'Brien claims that his two-quarterback system is matchup-based, but I gotta tell you, it sure looks like he still doesn't have a clue what's going on. As Coach Madden famously once said, if you've got two quarterbacks, you've got none. And right now, I got to tell you, man, Coach O'Brien's indecisiveness with the most important position on the team is only going to lead to problems on the field.
The answer is simple. Just start me.
That would make the situation worse. I mean, the team plays better when I'm on the field. Everybody knows that.
If I could just get into a rhythm, I'd be fine. Last thing I need is to be worrying about you breathing down my neck if I make one mistake.
Well, you better believe it that I'll be there when you do.
Okay, I see what's going on here, guys.
I don't know what made you follow me here and try to win back your old position. I mean, you could have just kept the Heartbreak Kids going, or you could have went your own route on another team, but you decided to, what, come here and punish me? Is that it?
What are you talking about? You're the one who showed up and stole what was mine in the first place, okay? I'm supposed to be Batman, you're Robin.
Oh. This whole thing again? Are you dumb? I didn't take anything from you. Your body took it from you.
AT&T Stadium on this beautiful Saturday in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The top travel destination this week for alumni of these two storied football powerhouses, and the site of the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups. It's the Texas Longhorns taking on the Miami Hurricanes. For the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara, we are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. Now increase here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They will let him throw here on the very first play. The throw right sideline is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. Here's a 1st and 10, Texas. They'll set up to throw. On the move to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Back to back. Good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That is caught. Longhorns touchdown. A free. Plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reacting. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down. It's Turner. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And his This defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Extra point attempt to follow here.
Delayed game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Hurricanes nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Woods. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that earns them a fresh set of downs.
Nice little nifty play for them there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Under pressure, and down goes Daniel.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
After the sack on first down, Daniel. That's caught by Jackson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. Well, that student section wasn't alive. They are alive and well now. That chunk play woke them up. It is starting to get really, really loud in here as this offense is on the move here in the first quarter. There's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. Well, we discussed how important it was going to be for this quarterback to get off to a hot start. Well, he has done that. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score. Longhorns 21. Hurricanes nothing.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there's optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Brings up third down.
(21-0) our score after one.
Longhorns 21, Hurricanes nothing.
Start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. Well, the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Gun now on third down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down. This young quarterback does have the support of former players and teammates. He actually told us that he heard from former Longhorns like Colt McCoy and also Earl Thomas as they reached out to him via social media in the days leading up to this semifinal. And he's got this down to the 35. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. The Longhorns come up 1st and 10.
Boy, another nice throw that time. And all that debate that was possibly out there and wondering, well, will we see a second quarterback? Is Tommy Matthews going to play with this lead? I know it's only the second quarter.
And he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
It's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and they
they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Here's the score. Longhorns 28, Hurricanes nothing.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out there for their next offensive drive, the Hurricanes get set. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Daniel. Got an open man, it's Washington. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Here's the throw dropped off to his fullback. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Daniel on 3rd down. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
46-yard line.
A first down throw for Daniel. And his throw is incomplete.
Daniel's pass incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2nd and 10, Daniel again. His throw incomplete.
Daniel's pass intended for...
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Daniel throwing again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
First down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On the draw, here's Martin. And that didn't fool Eventually, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They find some open field here. There goes Green. And he will score. Touchdown, Longhorns. What a game that he has had throwing the football now. 4 touchdown passes. This offense playing at a very high level. I'll tell you what, he's going to be filling up your social media timeline tonight. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Longhorn fans, they're saying, Tommy who? They've got the big lead as we reach halftime. The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
35-yard line.
Now Daniel on first down. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down at the 40.
We're going to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4. Those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
From the shotgun on 3rd, Daniel. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Taking it about the 16. Down the right side, and he will score. Touchdown, Longhorns.
It certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot. A lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Point after here coming up. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Longhorns 42, Hurricanes nothing.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponent. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. To come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To the sideline.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will take this one. Oh, it's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would